Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, November the 9th. We are starting off with Stage 1, and you are not reading that wrong. That is 120k on the HQ and a 10k shock launcher. Now, I kind of rolled up and was like, alright, well, shock the shock launcher, because 10k is a lot of hit points to, like, artillery and barrage through at lower levels. And then I realized, well, if you're rolling all tanks, you're going to lose at least half of your tanks to that shock, and the sniper towers are going to be working on your tanks while they're shocked, and things are going to go all kinds of bad. So, my suggestion, flare right onto that shock launcher and just destroy everything. Just take it all out. Good news is, Stage 2, not so much the same problem. So you can blow things up and then flare over to the right-hand side and outrange the boom cannon, and from there you'll be able to take things out and not lose anything and throw all your critters and laugh at the internet. Wahaha! Take that, internet. We win. Moving on to Stage 2. And this is where things kind of start to slow down, because there are some no, not yet. Not Stage 3, my bad. Had to reference my notes. So, with Stage 3, pretty much go up the right-hand side, obviously take out the free GBE as much as possible, because why wouldn't you? And then, after you go along the right-hand side, eventually pull yourself right up against the very, I guess, top edge. And once you're in the top edge, you can go around the natural curve of things. Your tanks will actually follow it's almost like a trail of GBE crumbs? I don't know. But it'll pull you down there, and yes, they're probably going to want to drive down and do some damage to some other crazy things, but if you reflare them into that little nook, you should be all set and have no problems taking out the HQ from there with, like, a machine gun and a rocket launcher shooting at you. Whoop-de-doo, you know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on to Stage 4. Stage 4 is where things start really grinding down. Stage 4 today, you're going from 72k on Stage 3 to almost 400 on Stage 4. That's 100,000 hit points per freaking level. That's ridiculous. It's insane. The good news is, you can do it. There is the one boom cannon that you're going to actually have to deal with. Obviously, throw artillery and barrage all over that thing. Just smear it all over that boom cannon. And then, while you're doing that, kind of throw some shocks down on sniper towers just to help your medics out and kind of keep your tanks alive. Or if you're not rolling with any medics, you know, just straight up keeping your tanks alive. Because, I'm not going to lie to you, the tanks, they do start getting really hurt. You can see already right there, there is one of them that's in the red. Like, those sniper towers are pretty nasty, and they do some serious damage. However, the big exciting news for today is got some update patch notes. Yes, update patch notes. Everybody loves those. So obviously I've already had the sneak peek videos with the barbed wire and the forlorn, just trying to kind of show what forlorn looks like and some of the stuff. But along with those changes in the update, man, like, even with critters and the tanks over in the corner, you can see how long this takes. And by the way, this is playing at, like, triple speed, just because I was like, such a long grind. Alright. Anyways, so yes, the Forlorn Hope is going to be in there, the Imitation game is going to be in there. Also coming to this update are new Gearheart base layouts. So Supercell has heard and listened and actioned the pleas from the people on the forums, saying, like, guys, come on, we need different Gearheart, please. So it should be interesting to see what those new layouts look like. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because, well, I'm probably gonna see them pretty... Oh, sorry, doggy. It's okay, I just kicked him in the head. Nothing got hurt. Puppy power... Oh wait, no, that's a very different thing. Never mind. So on stage 5, obviously land further over to the right. Make sure you use your tanks to gather up all that free GBE, because you're going to probably want it. There is one boom cannon in the way that you're going to have to blow up, but there are a bunch of sniper towers and cannons that you're going to have to shock, and that means you're going to need the energy. So anyways, aside from that, also, HQ upgrade requirements are getting a bit of a tweak, so for some of the lower level people out there, that's going to be changing. They are making it so that critters survive through a retreat. That's right. So, if, like, they'll survive at least until you get on the boats. After that, I don't know. But I know for people out there who are like trying to dig themselves out of a really deep base, you want to throw critters to distract things while you run away, and now you have that option, which is freaking amazing, because I can't count the number of times where I've sat there and been like, oh no, like I retreat and I actually lose more troops on the retreat than, you know, going in, because bad things are happening. So it's great to see that that will happen. Also, defensive building ranges are now going to be shown during replays. So if you're replaying and you're trying to figure out, like, hey, what was shooting at me, what shot this, what did that, you can actually click on the buildings and you'll be able to see where they shoot. Now, and of course, as always, I'm throwing this stuff out there. This could change before the update is released. Like, this is not written in stone by any means necessary. No, that doesn't make words at all. By no means is this written in stone, okay? This could all change. They could just be like, you know what? We've decided to write off the critter changes, and, you know, but there is a high likelihood that this stuff will actually make it into the update, which is awesome. Also, make sure once those two cannons and the, well, I guess the sniper tower will already be shooting at you, but make sure when those defenses turn down to where your tanks are, that you got a shock already on the way to take out all the badness. And then once you take out the front row of sniper towers and cannons and stuff, that's when you want to throw your critters to take out the boom mines and everything, because it'll actually distract that back sniper tower. Just as a side note, you know, throwing it out there, whatevs. Anyways, there are base layout improvements. So now you can optionally, like, if you do a friendly challenge, it'll take a snapshot of the base rather than having to leave your base like that. So, for example, I know in a task force that I was in not too many moons, well, okay, at this point it's probably a lot of moons ago, I was always trying to, like, set up my base for Smoky Zooka to help some of the lower level people train themselves and learn how to Smoky Zooka in on a base and how to, you know, flare around things and play with pathing based on, like, building location and stuff. The only downside to that is everybody who attacked my base was just like, ah, look at this, hooray, and would, like, charge right through and kick my butt, and then I'd end up losing, in some cases, literally millions of resources. And then I was like, oh no, guys, I gotta stop doing this is crazy. And then I kept doing it because, well, I take one for the team any day. But yeah, so now you can set up your base, take your snapshot, throw out the challenge, like, well, throw out the challenge will take the snapshot all at the same time, and then put your base back to normal, and you don't have to worry about it, which is awesome sauce. I'm a big fan of that, because a couple of times that would have been really handy. And, you know, there's Forlorn, there's the barbed wire, so there's all kinds of fun things coming in this update, not just that, you know, usual bug fixes, blah, 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 blah. So, hey, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember when it's supposed to be coming down, but, you know, they've already started with the sneak peeks, unless, of course, I posted my stuff too early, in which case I'm going to get in trouble. But I'm pretty sure I got it figured out right, which means it's got to be coming soon. Hopefully, unless, you know, something bad happens and everything goes to pot or crack or, you know, whatever drug. Anyways, Stage 7, oh my goodness, awesome Stage 7. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is possibly the easiest Stage 7 that we have seen in, like, many Dr. T's. I don't actually track that sort of thing, but yes, this Dr. T Stage 7 might be the T for you if you normally are stuck on 6, because you have this nice wall of tank food in the very beginning, helps you build up your GBE reserves, and then when you plow through, there are a couple of couple of cannons that'll take out your tanks, but you can actually flare right onto those if you were really worried about it. And then you've got like this cluster of sniper towers, which you can just throw one shock and shock a whole bunch of them. And really, it's this one right here that I just took out. That's the last one you have to take out. After that, you can flare all the way back, get out of range of the one remaining boom cannon that you can see back there. Yes, you do have to blow up the other 2 boom cannons, but like, hey man, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And if your tanks are drunk like mine, I honestly have no idea why. Like, look how crazy forward they went. I don't even know what was going through their heads there, but with some reflaring, we get back into position and relatively safe, except once again, of course, there's always YOLO tank, and I had to throw a shock, but hey, it's gonna get you the win, so whatevs, right? Anyways, guys, this has been hopefully a nice, easy strat on how to do the T's, and some hopefully useful information about the update. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful, hopefully it's been entertaining, and most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.